Well, I thought our ineffectiveness on the power play hurt us. We've been able to utilize that opportunity to draw momentum to our bench and to our game. So that was one. And then two, I didn't like how we reacted to giving one up. I thought we'd had a pretty good first 10 minutes. And when you play a team like Ohio State, they're hard, they're heavy. It's going to be a hard and heavy game. And, you know, a little more, if we could have capitalized on a few of our opportunities that we had right before they score, we have a breakaway. And, yeah, I mean, you've got to find, in these games, it's usually one or two opportunities to get finished. And I didn't think we had enough that way. Some goofy goals, some crazy things that happened tonight. But at the end of the day, I do think the team that deserved to win tonight did.
On the power play specifically, was that maybe a little too jumpy and sometimes with the puck movement? There was pressure, obviously, that they were putting on you. How would you like to have handled that differently, I guess?
Well, any team that comes off a break, and we talked about it, I told our guys, and we discussed it a couple of times they might change things up, because they go into a break after getting swept at home, and the thing that was a little bit of their bugaboo was their penalty kill. And they fine-tune some of those things. And you've got to make adjustments when plays are to be made. You've got to make them. And I thought we had some guys that I thought we just relaxed a little bit to a point of once you beat somebody, we got to be aggressive and take it to the net. Those are some things that have been successful for us when we've been on point.
How close were you to challenging their second goal? I mean, there was two guys in there. It could have been Noxie pushing them in, but
what I got from up top was that we pushed them in, and we shouldn't challenge. Now, I'll take a look at that and see if it's something that I made a mistake on. But that's what I got from up top, and I decided not to do it.
You mentioned kind of some weird goals in the third period there. One, I mean, looks like Daniel makes a save on that breakaway on Montez and keeps going. Another one comes back off the boards and gets thrown in on him and ends up between his legs. How much of this does Daniel have to kind of lock in on and be better at, and how much of it is just, you flukes?
Todd, you know what I want to look at it a little bit, and I'm not trying to give myself an out here. I've learned over time to make sure I don't make snap reactions to things that happen. But at the end of the day, I mean, the one thing about Daniel is he's one of those guys that looks in a mirror every day. And I do think for us, we were asking him to be outstanding if we're only going to give him one run. Right? So, I mean, you look at it that way, and you've got to look at the collective body of work. And we had some opportunities we did not capitalize, and they're a good team when they're in front. And then when we got it to one, with doing something in a positive way, and let's not say that was Mona Lisa, but it got behind them. And we got some juice in the building, and I didn't think we took advantage of that.
Why has Ohio State been so tough for you guys to get some traction against in the last couple of years? Anything standing out about the way they play that matches up with you well, or anything like that?
They've gotten to some leads. And when you're playing from behind against them, I think it's a little bit of an uphill battle. But at the end of the day, you've got to find a way to fight through those things. Because you know what, we could be behind by tomorrow by one. So what are we going to do about it? And to me, this is a growing piece for us where we ended up getting a lead against Michigan and let it slip away. Tonight we didn't get her to even. We didn't get a lead. And so you've got to find a way to fight through different types of adversity. And again, I thought the momentum for us was not generated from our bench, from what was going out on the ice, and that's something we've all got to collectively own and hurry up and turn the page, because we've got a hill to climb tomorrow.
Anything you could say on 14-2 and what their, I guess, outlook is? It sounds like it might be a while.
Yeah, they're not going to be. They won't be available tomorrow.
long-term illnesses? I don't know how to.
Yeah, I mean,
characterize
that piece, it's a lot easier for me talking to medical staff when it's an injury. You know, I'm hoping both of them wake up tomorrow and feel a little bit better than they did today. But neither one will be available, and it's opportunities for some other guys to step up and go earn their worth. And we're just, at the end of the day, we've got to be better than we were tonight because it wasn't good enough. You bet.